knows it or not. Now that hopefully you feel a little bit less alone in not having things figured out, and knowing that seasons will change so much and you know more about me, I wanted to do a segment just specifically on the questions that I get the most about dating. And because, of course, we have our beautiful sponsor, Field, of course, we're going to talk about dating. Duh. Okay. So question number 1 is, what are my top 3 green flags on a first date? Number 1, curiosity. Okay. Someone who I feel is genuinely curious in like my responses to the things that they ask me. Like, if they were to ask me, what do I like to do? And they would be like, that's really cool. I like to do this. Straight away, I'm like, oh, you weren't listening? And that stresses me the fuck out. So curiosity is really important to me. Another one is vulnerability. Like, then when I ask you questions, are you going to be honest? Like, are you going to tell me what you've experienced or like what you struggle with? Because to me, vulnerability in relationships and friendships is like the key. Like, if you just are hanging around people and you're not talking about anything you're experiencing, I don't know, maybe I'm just a girl, maybe I'm just gay, I don't know what it is, but I need to get into the nitty gritty of it. Like, I need it. So that's really important to me. And then another one is initiative, like somebody that just makes plans, follows up. I will equally do that, but just, I think someone who makes me feel wanted in that way. So next question is, what are my top 3 red flags on a first date? Okay, first of all, someone, and this is genuinely probably my biggest one ever, is someone that just like doesn't align with my values and even like my politics, if you will. I hate that word because it sterilizes just the idea of wanting every human to be equal, like queer rights. Okay, trans rights, supporting immigrants, free Palestine, like these things. I'm so sorry, but I don't have the time in my day to teach you. I don't want to teach your ass. I don't want to. If you don't care for minority groups or groups that don't look like you, don't act like you, don't sound like you probably have a lot of privilege, and that's okay. But you're probably also not educating yourself on those people. And for me, inclusivity is one of my values. So I know. Off the bat, if you don't feel like you have enough knowledge in that area, especially as a bisexual girly, if I'm dating a man, he needs to have done the work. Okay, so that's my biggest and most important red flag. The other 2 is if someone ever says my ex is crazy, chances are their ass is crazy. Okay, that's just how that goes. And I think we all know that by now. And the last one is the swag gap. Like, age gap, fine. Swag gap, not okay. I'm so sorry. Like, and maybe it's a bit superficial of me, but I want to feel like you like how you present. I want you to like fashion. I want you to like aesthetic things. I want our home to be beautiful. Like, I like those things. So you need to have vibe. You need to have a good vibe about you. Okay. Next question. Do I need to prove my bisexuality by dating people of more than one gender? I had to answer this question because no. And as much as I have had those experiences with women, I've always promised myself that I would never purposely share those stories to make my bisexuality be valid to other people. If it is not important for me to share those things, I'm not going to, because there are bisexual people who do not have those experiences, and you are just as valid, and you need to know that. Okay. How do I communicate to women when I'm out that I'm queer? And okay. So this is kind of like, it's a kind of a hard question because a lot of it comes down to your vibe. So like eye contact, super important. Just keeping strong eye contact. I think doing the whole girly, I love your t-shirt. Oh my God. That doesn't usually communicate the vibe, but if you were to be a little bit more chill, like, wow, you look beautiful, or just love what you're wearing. Actually, I love your whole vibe. Sorry, what's your name again? Something like that. Okay. But like, it's a thing. You gotta kind of be in the vibe, be chill, be relaxed with them. And I'm not saying to put anything on. I'm just saying try to be more intentional with communicating that there's interest there. And another thing you can do, if you're just like, okay, listen, I can't do that. Like, I'm so sorry, I can't do that. So fine. Just reference like queer culture stuff. Like, if it's not already a part of your language, it's okay to be like, oh, what are they playing in here? Like, give us some chapel, give us something. Like, it's okay to do that because that is so much easier for that person to clock like, oh, we got a gay on our hands. Okay. How do I find bi-inclusive dating communities and events now? Obviously, you can do things like Google what's in your area, or you can join groups on Facebook or even Instagram pages of queer people around you, see where they go out. But obviously, you can use Feeld. Like, Feeld is the app where people are so open and honest about what they're looking for. And like I mentioned earlier, people are constantly adjusting their wants and their needs and their interests because it's about exploration. Get on there, look it up, connect with somebody on there, and then you can chat about where y'all can go out together. And who knows, maybe it becomes a date, maybe it becomes a whole thing. But that's what I would recommend to you. Thank you so much for listening to my whole story today. Thank you for listening to the points that I gave you to take away.